What's up, guys? Terra Classic is still pumping, so we're gonna check it out live. Let's go. All right, so here we have Terra Classic, and look at this. Literally, as we speak, this bar is going up. We're just about to 45, which is our resistance. 2 massive green daily candles in a row, and pretty fun to watch these bars pump up live. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. All right, just gotta go over here, get my chat going. Alrighty. Yeah, so pretty crazy. Let's see. At the start of the day, when I got up, it was about down here, and it's pumped all the way up here just in like the past 7 hours, I think. But yeah, we're right at resistance now, so a good chance the pump could stop here shortly. We'll see. Last time we just blew right through the resistance, so we'll see if that happens again. If we look at the volume, volume is crazy. We're at 2.5 billion volume, up 544%. So that is some insane volume. Imagine if we had the 1.2% burn active right now, we'd be burning billions and billions of tokens. So pretty sweet. If that volume keeps up, then this pump could just continue going up. So potentially we might be pumping all the way until the 1.2% burn is actually implemented. So this pump could go on for another week or two. So we'll see. We might actually get up to 1/10 of a cent in the next week or two. I think there's going to be a lot of people selling at 1/10 of a cent. So at 3 zeros and a 9 would be a good time, in my opinion, to take some profits. But yeah, right now we're coming up on a little resistance here, so we'll see if it actually affects us or if we're just gonna blow through it like we did here. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Let's see how high, what percent gain we have now, because like 2 videos ago it was like 159%. And then earlier today it was like 300%, but it just keeps pumping, so let's measure it. All right. So from bottom to the top. And I deleted it. Try it again. All right, bottom to the top. 417%. Don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, 417% from the bottom of this pump to the top. So that's actually over a 5x gain. So if you had $1,000 in, that's worth over $5,000 now from down here. So that's pretty crazy, and that's in about 2 weeks. So pretty crazy, 5x gain during a bear market when Bitcoin and everything else is going down hard. So that feels pretty good. And super bullish sign that it's pumping like this during a bear market. So once we go into a bull market, Terra Classic could really go crazy potentially. And I mean, even within the next few weeks, Terra Classic might get into the top 10 of cryptos. I think it's at like around 30 right now, 30th place as far as market cap, but might get up to the top 10. So I mean, this could potentially be a 10x within. Right now we're at a 5x, but we might get up to a 10x within the next week or so if this pump continues. All right, we got some people joining the live chat. What's up, guys? Hey Sai, hey Count Inches, welcome. Thanks for joining. And thanks for commenting on some of the videos. I recognize Count Inches, if I'm saying that right. But yeah, also look at USDC. So USDC actually starting to pump now. So we were having trouble at this resistance, like I said in my last video, at 3.5 cents, but now we're breaking through, and like I said, we'll probably go up to 5 cents now, and that's the next resistance. We're almost there, so good chance we'll make it. We'll see if it can break through that. Last time Terra Classic pumped, USDC pumped even harder than Terra Classic, but this time we're seeing USDC barely pump and Terra Classic is going crazy. And this was a massive pump, but compared to this now, it's made this look tiny. This looks super tiny, and this looks super flat. But yeah, Bitcoin is just absolutely doing nothing, just been going sideways. And there's strong support at 19,000. We've been sticking around just under 20,000. If we break below 19,000, then we could see a huge dump, and that could bring down the whole crypto market. But so far so good. We're staying above 19,000, just going sideways, which allows Terra Classic to just keep doing its thing. So hopefully that continues for the next week or two. And yeah, I think we'll probably pump all the way up until the 1.2% burn is implemented. And that's either going to be September 13th or September 20th, depending on if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. So if they do cooperate, then we'll see a parameter change proposal tomorrow for the 1.2% burn. And then that'll take 7 days to go through. And then September 13th, we'll see it implemented on that day. If Terraform Labs does not cooperate, then it's going to be most likely on the 20th. So we'll see tomorrow what we can expect, 13th or the 20th. But either way, good chance the price will keep pumping until that 1.2% burn is implemented. And like I've been saying, usually in crypto, how it works is the price will pump up until the event, and then once the event actually happens, you'll see a dump in the price. So good chance we could see that, especially if we get up to near 1/10 of a cent, where there will be strong psychological resistance, and it'll be over a 10x at that point. A lot of people will be taking profits. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But let's zoom in on the price a little bit. Go to the 30-minute chart. So yeah, pretty sweet. Just keeps going up. Had a little dip here a few hours ago, but we're starting to go strong again and seeing massive volume. Volume actually just keeps going up. It was like 1.6 billion at the start of the day. Now we're at 2.6 billion in volume. We might actually get up to 3 billion in volume. So doesn't really look like the pump is slowing down. Market cap's almost 3 billion now, 2.7 billion. And yeah, CoinMarketCap needs to get their stuff together, because they're showing rank 205 here, but according to market cap, we're way above that. We're like 30th, I think. But yeah, 69% today, up, pretty crazy. And hey, maybe we'll get up to like a 6 billion market cap. Could definitely happen. I think that would get us to about 1/10 of a cent. But yeah, looks like this pump, it's just, I mean, the volume keeps going up, so could just see this keep pumping. We do have some resistance at 45, which we're coming up on, so we'll see if that does anything or if we just shoot right through it. If the volume stays high, we could potentially just keep going, so we'll see. All right, got a lot of comments coming in here in the chat. Hello, William. Little Tim can't sleep. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. I mean, we're up 5x on our money, so I mean, everybody on this channel is making a lot of money right now. It's pretty sweet. $100 to $500 so far. Yep. And people who had $1,000 in made are up to $5,000, so it's pretty sweet. Can we go to 10 cents by this year end? I highly doubt we can make it to 10 cents because that would be, well, the supply would have to, you'd have to get the supply down to like 100 billion. So I don't think that's going to happen this year. Probably take a few years to get to 10 cents in my opinion. How massive will the dump be? So we'll probably pump until the 1.2% burn, and then there'll probably be a dump when the event actually happens. And how massive will it be? I mean, nobody knows. Probably, well, it really depends on a lot of things. Depends on how the implementation of the burn actually goes. Like if it gets implemented and there's like no burns hardly happening, or exchanges are dragging their feet, then the price might dump a bit lower. Might be a 50% dump, who knows. But if the burn gets implemented and we're immediately seeing massive burns happening, like if 100 billion tokens gets burned within days or something, then there'll probably be just a small dip, and then the price could start going crazy again. So really depends. When will one Luna Classic equal 10 Bitcoin? Probably never, unless the supply gets down to like the millions, because Bitcoin supply is only 21 million, so it'd be pretty hard to get the price similar. CoinMarketCap is playing games. Why Luna Classic not trending, not on hot gainers or top 10? I know, what the heck. So apparently Binance, or CZ Binance, whatever, also owns CoinMarketCap. And yeah, they've been doing Terra Classic dirty pretty much this whole time and not ranking them properly, and yeah, not putting them on trending a lot of times when they should be. And yeah, what's up with that? It's like they're trying to keep it on the down low. Like, I don't know, maybe they've been trying to accumulate tokens and keeping the price low. But yeah, no idea why they're doing Terra Classic dirty on CoinMarketCap, because yeah, it should be on trending and everything. And look, and I mean, they've ranked it number 205 according to market cap, but it should be like number 30. So that's pretty weird. And beautiful, price is still going up. We're almost to 45, 449. Can we get there? Let's go. It will hit 2 zeros and an 8, says little Tim Tim. Ooh, that's almost a penny. I don't know. I think that might take like a year. Ooh, we were at 45 for a second there. All right, we'll see if this resistance at 45 does anything to us or not. Volume's still huge, so we might break through it. We'll see. And I mean, if we break through 45, then good chance we could go all the way to 1/10 of a cent, and that'll be like over a 10x gain. So let's hope we can keep this pump going. Hello, Babu Balaji. Don't know if I said that right. This is insane. Will centralized exchange taxable 1.2%? So far it looks like exchanges are going to implement the 1.2% burn. Binance has pretty much been clear that they are going to do it, but of course we'll see when the time comes. Hello from Ireland. What's up, Adrian? How's Ireland? Is it getting cold yet? I hold 700K. Can it be able to make me within 100K, 363K. Well, it would need to get close to $1. So, I mean, possibly, but that's probably going to take at least a few years. Buy question mark. So the time to buy was down here. I said many times in videos that when the price was down here, I was saying good time to buy. I said right here, this was your last chance to buy. So now that it's pumping, not a very good time to buy. It's always super risky to buy something while it's pumping because you have no idea how high it's going to pump before it crashes. Basically, like whenever something's pumping like crazy like this, you know there's going to be, the price is going to dump at some point, but you don't know when that's going to be. So buying it during a pump is always risky because it could be the top of the pump. You have no idea. So yeah, I don't know. Potentially it could go all the way to 1/10 of a cent, but it also could stop right here. Who knows? So if you're buying now, it's super risky. If you want to reduce your risk, you can dollar cost average in, buy a little now, and then if the price goes up, you can buy a little more. At least you're in the profit already. If the price goes down, you know, at least you didn't put all your money in right here. So yeah, dollar cost averaging always reduces your risk, and then in the long run, even if the price dumps in the long run, you'll get a better price if you dollar cost average, and then maybe on the next pump you can make some profits. Possible $1. Yeah, possibly in a few years. KuCoin has it at 25. So you're saying KuCoin, the price on KuCoin is 25 or what? Can you say, see you? Northeast Philadelphia in the house. What's up, Mr. Tanker? How's Philadelphia? I've never been there. I've traveled quite a bit around the West and Midwest and South, but not really Northeast. Today is an awesome day, isn't it? Yeah, man. I mean, pretty much these last 2 weeks have been pretty awesome. Just watching, I mean, the price was going flat and so boring for like 2 months. And so it's pretty nice to just see our patience rewarded and just see the price just pumping straight for these last 2 weeks. Pretty sweet. We will break 10 cents. I don't think we're going to hit 10 cents for at least a few years, in my opinion. Wet as a duck, raining the whole day in Ireland. Yeah, I've heard Ireland is pretty rainy. Indonesia is here. What's up, Indonesia? Exchanges are beginning to be sold out. Buy while you still can. Are exchanges getting sold out? I mean, if nobody's selling and if people are buying and nobody is selling, then yeah, then there's going to be no supply to buy, and that's when the price rockets up. So yeah, we could be seeing something like that happening right now. I staked my token. As I understand, undelegate available 21 days later, and I have to wait another 21 days to sell in Classic. Am I right? Yeah, so if you stake your tokens, you have to wait 21 days to unstake and then sell them. So that's if you're a long-term holder, then you don't mind. But if you're a short-term holder, then you probably don't want to stake, especially during this time, because as we're seeing a huge pump right now, and if your tokens are staked, you can't sell them during a pump. You have to wait 21 days. So yeah, keep that in mind. Excuse me. Did the burn start on Binance as well? No burns have really started yet. It's not going to be till September 13th or September 20th, depending on if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. Hey, I participated in a contest and I have won around $20,000. I'm thinking to buy Luna Classic worth of 5,000. Is there any scenario possible right now that it can retest levels of like 16? Let's see. Let's zoom out. 16, that'd be down here. So I highly doubt we're gonna go down to 16 anytime soon. Possibly never again, who knows? But we might come down to like 20, but I think it's more likely that we're gonna keep pumping for the next week or two leading up to the 1.2% burn. So I mean, yeah, buying right now during this huge pump is super risky, but it could potentially keep going up. But yeah, it's risky because this could be the top of the pump. You never know. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you whether to buy or not. It's up to you if you want to risk it. But yeah, buying during a pump, it's usually not the usually not a good move. It's pretty risky. So usually you want to buy when the price is flat like this. So I mean, it might be worth buying a little bit during this pump, and then if it keeps going up, okay, great, well, you made some profits. And then if it does go down, well, at least you only bought a little bit, and then you can buy more at a much lower price if it does dump. So if you are going to buy, I would only buy with a small amount if you're going to buy during a pump, because it's pretty risky. Where is this pump coming from again? So, well, every day more and more people are staking, which is reducing the circulating supply. So that's constraining the supply, which helps the price pump more. And then the biggest, I think the even bigger thing causing this pump over the past couple weeks is not only the staking, but people buying in anticipation of the 1.2% burn, because that's going to actually be implemented now in a week or two. So I think that's what we're seeing, everybody FOMOing in. And why did it start pumping again today? Possibly because circulating supply actually got updated on CoinMarketCap. So this was 6.5 billion or trillion, and now it's been updated to 6.1 trillion, and that's because of the staking. And I think they already need to update it again. I think it should be at like 6.0 trillion because over 500 billion tokens have been staked now. And so when you stake tokens, they're taken out of the circulating supply. So that's why we've seen this go down. So that might be part of what's causing the pump to take off today, is suddenly people see, whoa, the circulating supply just went down by 400 billion. What's going on? Is the burn starting? Maybe I should hurry up and buy. I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking, but could be why we're seeing the price suddenly pump today. But yeah, I think the big reason it's been pumping over the past few weeks, people are just FOMOing in before this 1.2% burn happens. Love your channel. Thanks, Deepa. Appreciate it. Does it still go higher? Well, we have resistance at 45, and we just came up to that, and now we're starting to go down a bit. So maybe we're getting rejected at this resistance, and maybe we'll be consolidating for a bit here. But we do have massive volume still. Volume actually keeps going up. We're at 2.6 billion in volume, which is insane. So I mean, we were averaging like 50 to 100 million in volume over the past few months, and now we're seeing 2.6 billion in volume. So that's like 50. It's like 26 to 50 times the volume. So this is huge volume. So if this volume keeps up, then good chance we could just go right through this resistance here and pump all the way up to 1/10 of a cent. That'd be like a 10x gain from the bottom of this pump. So yeah, we'll see if we get through this resistance. Question: the target is to reduce until 10 billion. Is it circulating supply or total amount supply? So it's total supply. So yeah, I mean, so as we see burns happen, we'll actually see the total supply going down. They did update this finally, and it's gone down by like 2 or 3 billion because that's what we've burned so far. So yeah, when the 1.2% burn gets implemented, we'll see the total supply start going down, and of course the circulating supply will go down with it. And yeah, once this gets to 10 billion, that'll be the end. But they could always do another proposal to change that once we get to 10 billion and say, hey, now we want to burn it down to 1 billion or 100 million or whatever they want. So potentially the burns could continue forever, even past a 10 billion supply, but that's the target right now. This is only the beginning. Pump, buy, hold. Yeah, good chance this pump could go all the way to 1/10 of a cent potentially within the next week or two. Bro, it's hitting a penny plus. Who in their right mind would sell anytime soon? Yeah, I mean, I think it could get to a penny, definitely, but I think a penny is probably going to take maybe a year. We'll see. I mean, if crypto goes back into a bull market, we could potentially see a penny pretty fast, but yeah, really depends. If things go insanely well, maybe we could see a penny soon, but I think most likely a penny probably take like a year or so. Any thoughts on Luna? Grow can buy. Don't know what that is. Next target. So the next target was 45. We just hit that. We have resistance there. So if we break through that, my next target is 1/10 of a cent. I am near to liquidation price, guys. Will it pump more? Possibly. KuCoin sold out. Kenny's saying KuCoin is sold out. What do you mean by KuCoin is sold out? What is the highest gain we can get this year? This year? Well, I mean, if everything goes insanely well, maybe we can get to a penny by the end of the year. But I think a more realistic price target would be 1/10 of a cent. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how. It really depends how the 1.2% burn happens, because we could get to 1/10 of a cent within the next few weeks, even before the 1.2% burn. And if the 1.2% burn goes well and all the exchanges, Binance and everyone implements it, and we're seeing hundreds of billions being burned, and if trillions start getting burned, then yeah, we could potentially get to a cent, but we'll see. Typically things don't go perfectly or as well as you might think. So we'll see. Suppose the price hits 1/10 of a penny before the implementation of 1.2% burn tax. Isn't it a bad sign for burns, like it would take 10 times more time to burn the same amount? Yeah, that's true. That's the one downside of the price pumping like crazy before the burn, because the higher the price goes, the less you can burn per transaction. So So yeah, if we're up to a tenth of a penny when the burns start, then of course we're going to be burning way less than if the price was at 4 zeros and a 1 like it was a few weeks ago. But good chance we'll see, if we do get up to a tenth of a cent, good chance we'll see a dump at that point. So yeah, and probably when the 1.2% burn actually happens, we'll see the price dump. People will take profits. That's usually how it happens when the event actually gets there. There's a dump in the price. So if that happens, well, that'll just help us burn more tokens. So not the worst thing in the world. And if we do get near a tenth of a cent, then you probably, it would be a good time to take some profits, because we'll probably see a bit of a dump at a tenth of a cent or right before it. But of course, it's up to you. If you just want to hodl for the next 3 years, you can do that too. But if you're a short-term holder, then yeah, a tenth of a cent, or you'd probably want to take some profits a little before a tenth of a cent. This is literally crypto history in the making. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Greatest comeback in crypto history. If Terra Classic can get to $1 or even a cent, that'd be an insane comeback. Just seeing this 500 or 400% pump during this bear market when all other cryptos are pretty much dead, just going down or sideways. It's already pretty crazy comeback. So yeah, we'll see. Next 3 years could be crazy. If Terra Classic gets into the top 10, that'd be pretty sweet, and we're pretty close. So yeah, we could be part of the greatest comeback in crypto history right now. So it's been pretty fun to watch over the past few months, everything, all the development, and reviving everything. Staking's implemented again. We have a functioning blockchain again. Over 70 projects are coming back. So yeah, it looks like Terra Classic could fully revive over the next few years. So maybe it'll get back up to like a 40 billion market cap like it was before the crash. That'd be pretty crazy. I just jumped in. What's the deal with KuCoin? I don't know what the deal. Somebody said KuCoin is sold out on Terra Classic. I'm not sure what they mean by that. When do you think we can delete another zero? Maybe by the end of the year. I think as we get close to deleting a zero, which would be a tenth of a cent, then there's going to be hard psychological resistance. So when we get there, people are going to take profits, and there's going to be a bit of a dump at that point. So it might take a little bit. Deleting the zero and sustaining that will probably take at least a few months later. Do you think the burn of 1.2 is enough to push it? Well, I'm not sure what you mean, but if the 1.2% burn actually is burning hundreds of billions of tokens, then that's going to cause a big pump. This month, easy. They put a post on their Luna Classic saying they had sold out of their allocation of Luna Classic. All right, so Kenny's saying KuCoin actually posted they sold out of Luna Classic. So that's pretty funny. So you can't buy Terra Classic on KuCoin now, or what? That's kind of weird. Seems kind of messed up. They should buy more. is that good? Can't they buy more? Yeah, it's pretty weird. If total supply not reach 10 billion, but people still hold, what will happen? Well, if everybody's holding and nobody's selling, then if people are buying, the price has to go up. How can they burn if I stake mine? Well, they can't. If yours is staked, they can't burn it. The burning only happens whenever people buy or sell. So if you're holding your tokens, then none of your tokens are being burned. It's only when people buy or sell. And right now we're seeing tons of people buying and sell. 2.6 billion in trading volume in 24 hours. So that's a lot of buying and selling. So if the 1.2% burn was implemented right now, we would be seeing insane burns. I mean, with this kind of volume, you could burn hundreds of billions, maybe a trillion within a month. So hopefully that keeps up. Okay, Kenny, that's a big number to be out of stock. Yeah, what the heck? How is KuCoin out of stock on Terra Classic? That just seems weird. Sounds like they're trying to stop the pump or something. That's weird. Amazing number. I'm so excited. I think pump to 3 zeros and a 6, says CD. Yeah. 3 zeros and a 6 could definitely happen. We're getting pretty close. Hey, bro, launched to $1. Yeah, this is the start. Exchange is running out of Luna Classic. Great news. I mean, if they're saying they're running out of Terra Classic and they're disabling buying, I wouldn't say that's great news. That sounds like a scheme to stop the pump, in my opinion, but that's pretty weird. How it should work is if you run out of supply, nobody's selling on your exchange, but people are buying, the price should just go way up until people are selling. That's how supply and demand works. How about price prediction end of this year, please? So my prediction has been 1/10 of a cent this year, but we could potentially see that within a week or two if this pump continues. So, but if everything goes really well and the 1.2% burn actually burns a massive amount of tokens, hundreds of billions or trillions, then possibly we could get to a penny by the end of the year. But that's if things go really well. So we'll see. Luna Classic is rare, not even the burn yet. Law YouTubers keep saying is sold out. It's not true. Alright, so somebody's saying KuCoin's not sold out. Sounds more likely to me. I've never heard of an exchange saying they're sold out before. Seems pretty weird. 2 zeros and a 5 this year. Half a cent, says Gazar. Possible, very possible. Yes. 2 zeros and a 2, definitely possible. Direction $1 goes Luna Classic. $1 by August 2023, says Jaws. $1 by August 2023. That'd be pretty amazing. I mean, possibly if things really go well and these burns are insane. But most likely gonna take a few years to get to $1 in my opinion. Hodl. Hi, I'm from Indonesia. What's up, CD? If I'm saying that right. What's up from Indonesia? Nice. Because art is trillions, not billions. There is two things, never the maths, and black and white. 2023 January, 50 cents. I don't know. That'd be pretty amazing. Excuse me. Are they going to burn 1.2% with our Luna Classic stake in Terra Station? Nope. So Terra Classic only gets burned when it's traded. So you don't have to worry about your Terra Classic getting burned. Selling also burns, so I'm optimistic we'll see this burn sooner than later. Yep. Buying or selling. Imagine today we had 1.2% burned by our side. So much coins wipe out in a sudden. I know, man. Kind of sad that this huge pump's happening before the burn, because if the burn was implemented right now and we're seeing 2.7 billion in volume, you could burn hundreds of billions of coins. So hopefully the volume keeps up after the implementation of the burn. We'll see. Luna Classic 1 cent end of 2022 with burn. Could possibly happen if everything goes great. Hello everyone, get your big bags ready for this ride. Luna Classic to the moon. Oh, we got Do Kwan in the chat saying get your bags ready. Awesome. All right. What's up, Do Kwan? Are you going to support Terra Classic? Sounds like he is. Tenth of a, yeah, 2 zeros and a 1 equals a tenth of a cent. Yep. And don't forget about whales, could mess up everything. Yeah, possibly. Whales, they like to dump sometimes. Never sell Luna Classic, says Mr. CZ. Regret that I didn't buy it when the value is 4 zeros and a 9. Yeah, I mean, yep. That's when we were saying buy down here. But I mean, even people who did buy down here, now they're all saying, I wish I bought more. It's always how it goes though. When prices pump, it's like, wish I bought more. But you know what? Just be thankful you bought it all, because you're still making massive profits. 5x is a 5x, so pretty sweet. Hey boss, what's up, Step Meme? Welcome. If Terra Classic get to 10th of a cent, then what will be the price of USTC? No idea. Like, they're slightly correlated, but USTC isn't pumping that much, so if Terra Classic gets to a 10th of a cent, maybe we'll see USTC get up to like 10 cents, maybe. Who knows? Possibly. $1 possible. Maybe in a few years. KuCoin paused buying, coin shortage. So yeah, some people saying KuCoin paused buying. That's pretty weird. Sounds like they're trying to stop the pump to me. Crypto traders are like stock traders from the 90s. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why people trade stocks nowadays. Crypto, you can make money so much faster than stocks. Circulating supply will sold out if this trend keeps happening. Yeah, so I mean, everybody's holding their tokens. People are staking their tokens, which is reducing the circulating supply. So all of this is just causing a supply shock, which makes it much easier for the price to pump. That's partly why we're seeing the price pump like crazy. Also, of course, people FOMOing in before this 1.2% burn. For how much time Luna Classic will burn tokens? So the 1.2% burn will continue until the supply is at 10 billion. So that's probably going to be for years. Any thoughts on Luna Classic? Grow a new token? Never heard of it. Hi, I'm from Gaza Strip. Where's the next resistance? We're actually have come right up to the next resistance, like I said in my last video, at 45. So we're right there right now. Let me zoom out so you can see it better. Yeah, so this was the next resistance and we've just hit it. Looks like we could be getting rejected at it. So we might consolidate a bit here at this resistance, but if this volume, this high volume keeps up like it is, we could potentially break through it just like we did back here. So we'll see what happens. If this daily candle closes below the resistance, then we'll probably consolidate a bit. But if we close above the resistance, then the pump will probably continue. Good chance all the way to 1/10 of a cent would be the next major resistance. So that would be crazy. That'd get us up to over a 10x gain. Excuse me. With the burns, hopefully we reach 4 cents by end of the year. Yeah, definitely possible. I mean, well, things would have to go really well. We'd have to see massive burns, like trillions, I think. But yeah, could happen. Next psychological price. 3 zeros and a 5, says Jimmy. Yeah, that could be a bit of psychological resistance, and yeah, it kind of coincides with our resistance here at 45. So, but the major psychological resistance will be 1/10 of a cent. What will happen after the burn? Well, once the burn gets implemented, we might see a temporary dump in the price as people take profits from this huge pump, but once the burn is implemented, and if we're seeing hundreds of billions of tokens being burned, then we'll probably see another massive pump start happening. When Binance implements 1.2%, all bets are off. To Jupiter, forget the moon. Yeah, when Binance implements the 1.2% burn, we could see some massive burns, and we could really see the price pump hard. So, gonna be pretty crazy. I mean, it's crazy that Terra Classic is pumping like this during a bear market, but it's almost like this bear market kind of is helping Terra Classic pump because nothing else is really going on in crypto, so there isn't much to pay attention to. So pretty much anyone paying attention to crypto, all eyeballs are on Terra Classic because it's the only thing really seeing price movement and quick development and everything. There's a lot going on with it, and so everybody's watching it. So whenever we do have these catalysts like the staking and 1.2% burn, pretty much everyone in crypto wants to be a part of it because there isn't much else to be a part of right now. Everything else is going down or sideways. So I mean, that could be partially why we're seeing this pump like crazy and seeing pretty much everyone. I mean, probably most people in crypto are FOMOing into this because what else are you doing right now? Everything else is going sideways or down. So if we see massive burns start happening, then we could just see everyone in crypto buying Terra Classic again and see another huge pump potentially. Luna Terra Classic trending. Terra Classic's been trending for months. I mean, what else are you going to be paying attention to right now? Will the burns increase the price of USDC as well? The burns won't, but the price is a bit correlated with Terra Classic. So if Terra Classic goes up, then USDC will probably pump as well, like we're seeing right now. Is it better to withdraw rewards or just keep it stacking? Doesn't matter. So for staking, well, every once in a while you might want to take your rewards and stake those too. That will help you gain even more rewards. What do you think about Elon Musk? Will he do something about Luna Classic? You know, probably better that Elon Musk just stays out of it right now. Like, we're doing fine without him. He kind of has a tendency to troll and dump crypto. I mean, he pretty much dumped the whole crypto market last year in May just by tweeting, basically. But so maybe we want him to stay away. I mean, if he tweeted like, I'm going all in on Terra Classic, then yeah, that would obviously help. But then the next week he might say, sold all my Terra Classic, and then we'd see a huge dump. So, will you be bearish if we get a double top? It probably, I mean, it depends. I want to look at more things than just that. Depends on the timing of it and where the price is at that point. But so we'll see. We'll cross that bridge if we get to it. But right now we're at resistance, so we might consolidate here or dump down a little bit. But I think there's definitely a good chance we could pump all the way up until the 1.2% burn actually gets implemented. So I'm still pretty bullish right now. 1.2% tax clearly for trigger price pump can more and more high. I'm going to take must hold till the end. Yesterday volume was at 125 million, and now look at it. Yeah, volume's gone crazy. 2.8 billion. So, oh wait, that's the market cap. 2.7 billion. And yeah, keeps going up. So, good chance we're going to hit 3 billion in volume, which means good chance price could keep pumping. Take profit and buy back in a week. Yeah, definitely not a bad strategy. When you're up 5x on something, usually a good idea to take some profits. But of course, holding long term can be a great strategy as well. So it's up to you. Good morning, lunatics. I bought $2,000 at 4 zeros and a 4. I am holding and super excited. 4 zeros and a 4. Whew. So you got a real cheap price. You're up 10x already, Richard. So your 2,000 is up to 20,000. Pretty nice. When will burns going to start? Will our burning? We can see this level of pump. After burns start, will be a huge pump. So burns are going to start either the 13th or the 20th of September, depending on whether Terraform Labs cooperates or not. And yeah, we might see a temporary dump at that point, but if the burns are massive, then we'll probably see another huge pump again. Is it better to withdraw your rewards or just keep stacking because my rewards keep decreasing? I'm assuming because of the new stakers and diving the community pool. Doesn't matter. Yes, so the more people stake, the more the rewards will go down. So, I mean, it's up to you. A lot of people have told me that they're seeing rewards of about 37% per year right now. But if you want to basically compound your rewards, then you take your rewards and then stake those as well. Now, if the rewards aren't good enough for you, you can always unstake them. Just remember, you have to wait 21 days after you unstake to sell your tokens. Do you think if the price hits $1 and everyone sells Luna Classic, will crash and not be able to recover? Well, if we get near $1, then when we get near $1, we're going to see tons of people sell right before $1 because that's an obvious sell point. So yeah, we'll see a huge crash, likely a little before $1, maybe at 80 or 90 cents, and then, but of course, I don't think that would be the death of Terra Classic. Of course, it could still recover and go back up to $1, but most likely it would take 2 attempts to get to $1. The first attempt, everyone would sell right before $1, it'd crash, and then it might recover later, and then eventually hit $1. How long you are into crypto trading? So I first bought crypto in January of 21, so that's like a year and 9 months ago. And first thing I bought was Bitcoin. Second thing I bought was Dogecoin, and I bought Dogecoin at like 3 cents, and then in like a couple days, so I put $2,000 into Dogecoin at 3 cents, and then within like a few days it doubled and went up to, and I made $2,000 in a couple days, and I was like, wow, I love crypto. And so yeah, pretty much been hooked on crypto ever since then. Dogecoin got me hooked because it went from, well, I bought some at 3 cents, and Dogecoin eventually went all the way up to 70 cents. So that was pretty crazy. Sadly, I sold way before 70 cents. But still made thousands of dollars off it, so it was pretty sweet. When does 1.2% burn start? Starts either September 13th or the 20th, depending on whether Terraform Labs cooperates or not. So tomorrow we should find out whether it's going to be the 13th or the 20th. If we see a parameter change proposal in the governance tomorrow, then it'll happen on the 13th. If we don't, then it'll be most likely the 20th. So I'll make a video tomorrow and let you guys know what the date's going to be. Do you have any news on when the burns are starting, or if any have started? Pretty much just answered that. Insane. Oh, this is history in the making, your chance to have a sweet life. Yeah, this is pretty crazy, man. Imagine if it actually gets to $1. Those of us who bought way down here, even if you just put in $100 down at these levels, if it gets to $1, then that $100 will be $1 million. So that's pretty insane. Of course, that's probably going to take at least a few years. Go Luna Classic, $1. Agreed. Where can we stake Luna Classic? So if you want to stake it, you go over to Terra Station, and yeah, you make a Terra Station wallet there, send your tokens there. So if you want details on how to do that, I made a video like a week or two ago. It's one of the staking videos in the title. Yeah, just watch that. It'll explain everything. Would you put $1,000 in at this moment? No, I would not. Down here, when the price is flat is when you want to buy. When the price is pumping is not when you want to buy. When the price is pumping, that's when you want to sell. Or hold. I mean, I'm just holding. I'm not selling yet. But yeah, I'm not buying anything during this pump. I buy when the price is flat like this. Like this is when I was buying. So yeah, you can buy during pumps and it can go higher, but it's super risky. So that's why I don't buy during pumps, because whenever you buy during a pump, you could be buying the top of the pump. You don't know. I thought the burn started on September 12th. Yeah, so a lot of people have been saying September 12th, and September 12th is just when the actual code becomes available, but it's at a 0%. So they have to do a parameter change to change that 0% to 1.2%. So So if Terraform Labs cooperates, then they're going to do that parameter change tomorrow, and then the voting will end on that, and it will automatically be implemented September 13th. If Terraform Labs does not cooperate, then it will most likely be excuse me, on the 20th instead. New subscriber here. Where can I stake my Luna Classic? Well, thanks for subscribing, AKOA Poji. Don't know if I said that right, but thanks for the subscribe. If you want to stake Terra Classic, you go over to Terra Station and you make a Terra Station wallet there, send your tokens over, and then you can stake on there. And I explain it all in one of my previous videos from like a week or two ago, the video about staking. So if you want all the details, I would just go watch that video, and it explains everything. What is your exit plan for Terra Classic? So short term, I think right before a 1/10 of a cent would be an excellent time to take profits, and I might take some profits at a 1/10 of a cent. We'll see, but the majority of my Terra Classic, I'm probably just going to hold for like 3 years and see what happens, because I mean, a 1/10 of a cent, definitely a good time to take profits before a 1/10 of a cent, because we're very likely to see a dump there, or right before the 1.2% burn actually gets implemented. Also a good time to take profits, because usually how it works is the price pumps up until the big event, and then when the event happens, you'll see a dump in the price. So right before the event is usually when you want to take profits. But it also would be sad if you sold your Terra Classic right as the 1.2% burn got implemented, and then we saw an even more massive pump. So I mean, it is a good time to take profits, but I don't know. I might take a little profits, but for the majority of my Terra Classic, I think I'm just going to hold for the next 3 years and see what happens, because I think the price could definitely go way higher in the next 3 years. So we'll see. You know, because, I mean, if you need the money, then I would definitely take profits either right before the 1.2% burn gets implemented or right before a 1/10 of a cent. But if you don't need the money, then you can just hold long term. The money I have in Terra Classic, I don't need that money, so I'll probably just hold it for the next 3 years, see what happens. Luna Classic will back stronger than any centralized money printer. If it gets to $1, then surely we will see much further. Yeah, what if it gets to $10? What if it gets to $100? I mean, they'd have to get the supply way down to do that. I had 3 million Doge that got hacked on Dej Vault. Dang, don't you hate hackers? I believe on September 13th. What's your thoughts about Dogecoin and Shiba? So during this bear market, I don't think Dogecoin or Shiba are going to do anything. But once crypto goes back into a bull market, I think Dogecoin and Shiba will probably do very well, because of the strong community they have. When likely will Luna Classic hit $1? I think it'll take at least a few years to hit $1. Got it at 3 zeros and a 3.7. So you bought about here. All right, well, you're up. So that's good. Hello, mass videos. Luna can reach $1. Do you think it will get to 20 cents in a couple of months? No, I do not. I think 20 cents will probably take most likely a few years. What do you see the Luna Classic price in next year? In a year, I'd say best case scenario would be a cent. From where to learn basic of crypto? I mean, if you're learning cryptograph first time. So I pretty much learned crypto and technical analysis and everything. I mean, pretty much just by watching other YouTubers and just like doing my own research. Like, I mean, when I got into crypto, I was pretty obsessed with it, and I would just pretty much every day just spend hours researching crypto and like researching TA, watching other people do TA, and yeah, that's pretty much how I learned. So yeah, you can pretty much teach yourself, just like get obsessed with it and research it all the time, and you'll learn in no time. $1 before end of month. Just hold, wait, and watch. I've never seen exchanges post buying paused out of stock before. Well, I don't think it's gonna hit $1 in a month. That'd be pretty crazy. But yeah, pretty weird. People saying KuCoin is pausing buying because they're out of stock. That just seems weird to me. What do you predict the Luna Classic price in 2023? Might get up to a penny. That'd be my best case scenario. It's a good time to buy USTC. Well, I don't know. Down here was a pretty good time. It has pumped a little, so I don't know. Probably not the best time. Now, if we break above this resistance at 5 cents, that might be a good time to buy some. But I don't know. Usually during pumps, you don't want to buy something during a pump. Could go up higher, but of course it's risky. It's riskier during a pump. 1 million holder Luna Classic. Nice, man, nice. If we get to $1, you're a millionaire. I have Terra Luna in my trust wallet. When I decide to sell, what's the best way to sell it? New sub, by the way. Oh, thanks for the sub, 5th survivor. So if you have your Luna in your trust wallet, well, I'm not an expert on trust wallet, but if it was so maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know anything about trust wallet. I don't know if you can sell within the wallet or what, but if it was me, I would just send it to an exchange and then sell it on the exchange. But maybe you want to talk to a trust wallet expert. Wow, Luna Classic exploding. Yeah, pretty crazy. So let's zoom in again. All right, so looks like this resistance at 45 I've been talking about is we are seeing resistance here. Looks like we're getting rejected, and price is starting to go down a bit now. Now volume keeps going up. We're at 2.7 billion volume, so we'll see if we come back up and give this another try. Good chance we could. So we might consolidate a bit here, might take a few attempts, but yeah, if we break through this resistance, then we could see this pump go all the way up to 1/10 of a cent, because there isn't much resistance up until that point. So could get pretty crazy if we can break through this. Is it not possible to calculate the 1.2% burn daily using the 24-hour circulating supply in USD? So you can calculate how much tokens would be burned with the 1.2% burn based on the volume. So yeah, I've made videos like that before showing how much we would burn per day, per month, per year, but of course it depends on the price as well. As the price goes up, you burn less tokens per transaction. So if you want to maintain the same rate of burn, then the volume has to go up with the price. But yeah, I mean, with this kind of volume, 2.7 billion in volume, you'd definitely be burning billions per day. Maybe you could burn hundreds of billions, maybe even 1 trillion in a month with this kind of volume. Of course, depends on the price. If the price goes way up, then you're going to burn way less per transaction. This is crazy. Big comeback. It is crazy. We're up like 400% right now. since 2 weeks ago. So that's a 5x. How long do you think it would take us to hit 20 or 30 cents? I think at least a few years, most likely. But what's up, League of Legends Warrior? Appreciate your comments on the videos, and I also used to play League of Legends all the time. It's a sweet game. Anybody else here played League of Legends? Let me know. I think $1 can earlier come than all think. Big burning comeback, big hype. Maybe. A stupid question, but what happens if this is a hype scenario and there is a rug pull once again, similar to the mega crash? Yeah, you mean like, what if Do Kwon secretly is somehow controlling all this again and rug pulls it? Oh, I mean, that'd be sad. I mean, in crypto, anything's possible. So, I mean, I don't think that's likely, but yeah, of course, it's possible that something could cause the price to go down like crazy, and that's why you don't ever go all in on one thing, because anything's possible. But I think that's pretty unlikely. Luna Classic up $1. Yes, indeed. They were literally out of stock. They had to buy some more as of recent. That's pretty funny. Can you share your top 3 penny cryptos? Thanks. Well, of course, Terra Classic. And then top 3 penny cryptos. So you're talking like the price is like below a penny, or I guess small market cap would probably be a better indicator. Well, I don't know, man. Terra Classic, right now I'd say Terra Classic is pretty much the only penny crypto you want to be in right now. Usually penny cryptos don't do well during a bear market, so I wouldn't really be buying penny cryptos right now. Like for me, I'm pretty much just focusing on buying Terra Classic, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe a few other larger market cap coins, but that's about it right now. Flash pump to $35. Just a quick one to say thanks for the videos. Very helpful during this Luna Classic journey. Subbed a few months back too. Thanks, Life of Tech. Appreciate the kind words. And thanks for subbing. About 10 million at around when it was down around 655. Nice. What happens when the 1.2% burn is implemented? Is this on the 12th of September? Well, it's either going to be the 13th of September or the 20th, depending on if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. And right before it gets implemented, probably we will see a dump in the price. But of course, if we see massive burns, then we could see another huge pump start again. Have 1.2 million Luna Classic, holding it till it reaches at least a cent. Nice. Bro, how much Luna Classic you have, if you don't mind asking? Let's see. I have somewhere in the millions. I don't remember exactly how much I have, but it's in the millions. Excited for September 12th. September 13th, you mean? Fishbone, that's only $10,000. Don't spend it in 1 cent. When do we sell? Well, you might want to take some profits right before the burn gets implemented, because usually when you get to the actual event, you see a dump in the price. So that's a good time to take profits. Also, right before 1/10 of a cent would be a good time to take some profits, but you also could just hold long term. Like I'm probably gonna hold for the next 3 years and see what happens. But if you need the money, then I would take profits soon, either right before a 1/10 of a cent or right before the burn gets implemented. Last time it pumped to 3 zeros and a 5 without any burn. That is true. That is true. That first pump right after the crash, like a 200x pump up to 3 zeros and a 5.5. So we might see a little resistance around that high of 5.5, but I don't know. I feel like 4.5 is more of a resistance. But yeah, these burns could really get us going. Are we confused between September 12th and 20th, right? They say it will be delayed to September 20th. It's either going to be the 1.2% burn will be on September 13th or the 20th. And we'll find that out tomorrow. So I'll make a video tomorrow, let you know if it's going to be 13th or 20th. So subscribe if you want to see that. I don't really care how much it will pump. I mainly care about the correction. How low do you think we will go after the pump? Pretty hard to tell how much we will correct, but I mean, it really depends how high we go during the pump. So if we go to a 1/10 of a cent during the pump, then good chance we could dump all the way down to like 45 again, easily. Now, if we are seeing massive burns, hundreds of billions being burned right away, then it probably won't dump as much, and we could see the price just take off again. So we'll see. I don't know. I feel that Luna Classic will crash down as hell before 12 September. Yeah, very high chance we'll see a big sell-off right before the burn gets implemented. So if you're way up and you need the money, then I would start taking profits pretty soon. Big comeback, go to 69 cents. All in. Why did they delay it? It was supposed to happen in August 25 instead of September 12th. Now it's 20. What are they on? Yeah, usually things don't happen quite as fast as you expect. I have flashbacks of Doge. Yeah, this is kind of reminds me of Doge too. Doge was like the first big pumper coin that I was a part of, so it was pretty fun. And yeah, this is pretty similar. I don't want to be a millionaire. Sell at half a penny. You probably want to take profits right before a 1/10 of a penny. Or you could, if you're a short-term holder. I'm probably just gonna hold for the next 3 years. But if you need the money, then you might want to take profits right before a 1/10 of a cent. 250K more than enough for me. Nice house for the family, good cars, nice life. True, man. If you can make, making $1 million off this would be nice. If you can make a couple $100,000, it's pretty sweet. You can buy a house. You can set yourself up pretty good. Or, what if you make a couple $100,000 off this within like a year? Then you could reinvest some of that into like other cryptos, and like say you put some of that into, say you put 100,000 into like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin goes up to like a couple 100,000, then you 10x your money again. That'd be pretty sweet too. But yeah, even if it takes a few years to make a few 100,000, I mean, pretty sweet. You could buy a house with that. Buy. Sell when happy. Yeah. I mean, if you've made a ton of money in any crypto, then you should probably should take profits. It goes up with little corrections during this process. Lots of little corrections are one large correction. So yeah, there's lots of little corrections, but so far we have a very strong uptrend. And let's check the volume again. Volume still going up, almost at 2.8 billion in volume, so good chance we could reach 3 billion in volume. Pretty crazy. So we might see the pump keep going up. We might break this resistance. Is news about Luna Classic going out of Binance fake? Heard it last night before sleeping. So the Binance wallet everybody's been following has gone down by like a few hundred billion. It was at like 2.8 trillion. Now it's at like 2.5 trillion, I believe. So that could just be users. I think most likely it's just users sending their tokens to the Terra Station wallet to stake them. I think that's probably what it is. I think it will go to 2 zeros and a 1-2 tomorrow. That'd be a pretty crazy pump. When good to buy in Luna Classic? Well, buying during a pump is always super risky because you could be buying the top of the pump. So whenever you're buying any crypto, you want to look for this. You want to look for the price being super flat. That's the good times to buy. So like when the price was down here, I was saying buy. Now that we're during a pump, it's a very risky time to buy. Price could potentially keep going up, but you never know. What's your target for the next 24 hours? Well, we pretty much reached my target. My target was 4.5. That's our resistance level. So yeah, that's my target. I don't know. There's a good chance we could consolidate here for a bit. Now, yeah. So 4.5 is my target, which we've already reached. And I think it's most likely we will be here for a little while. But, you know, if the volume keeps increasing like it is, we could break through this just like we broke through this one. And maybe we could go to 50 or 60 even. I mean, probably best case scenario in the next 24 hours, we get up to like 3 zeros and a 6, but I'd say more likely we stay around 4.5 for today anyways. Do I think Saitama V1 will gain support and be like Luna Classic eventually? I don't know anything about Saitama, so not going to comment on that. I'm going to guess it's not going to be like Terra Classic, but I don't know anything about it. Love your channel, bro. Holding 53 million Luna since May/June. Woo, 53 million. You're making a lot of money then. Very nice, Michael. Very nice. And thanks for the kind words. Why would it sell off before the burn? Well, usually how it works in crypto is prices will pump like crazy leading up to an event. And then when you actually get to that event, you see the price dump. So it seems counterintuitive, but that's usually how it works. So, so that's why. How far will this go until 1.2? Yeah, it'll probably pump up until the burn gets implemented, which will be September 13th or the 20th. I think pumping a price is not good for burning tokens. It will affect the number of tokens that will be burned. Other ways, low price, lots of tokens burned. Yeah, so the sad part is the higher the price, the less tokens you burn per transaction. So if you want to burn a lot of tokens, you want a very low price. So a little bit sad that the price is pumping like crazy before the burn. But I mean, I don't, who cares? The price going up, we're making a ton of money. Like, we want the price to go up. So really, whenever the price goes up, like, it's always a good thing. But if the price goes down, I mean, you don't like seeing price go down. But the one bright side to the price going down is you can burn more tokens. So, you know, that's one way to look at it. And if we do see the price dump right before the 1.2% burn gets implemented, well, at least we can burn more tokens. Anyone tell me the prediction what I do, hold or sell? If you need the money, then you probably should take some profits. If you don't need the money, then you might want to just hold. The money I have in here, I don't need it, so I'm just going to hold for 3 years. Do you think at 1 cent there will be a huge sell-off? Yeah, I think right before 1/10 of a cent, right before a cent, 10 cents, right before $1, there's going to be a huge sell-off at all of those levels, because that's just psychological resistance, and a lot of people have that as their price target. Sell half, keep half. Yeah, selling half, keeping half. It's always a pretty safe way to do it. Keeps you from having huge regrets either way. Thank you very much for your information. For 5 resistance, I played and got additional 200,000 to my LUNA Classic bag. Nice. The burn will be massive if the volume is 3 billion or more every day like now. Yeah. If we're seeing 3 billion volume when the burn is implemented, we're going to be burning hundreds of billions. 0.00069. Yeah, you're right. All in one. You're right. My price target for tomorrow is 69. 3 zeros and a 69. That sounds right. How long will it go? It will most likely pump until right before the 1.2% burn gets implemented, which is September 13th or the 20th, depending. We'll find out tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know tomorrow when the burn is coming. What do you think about XRP? Is it scam? Here in Germany, everybody swear on XRP. Well, XRP definitely has an insanely strong community. And yeah, it's pretty weird how it's just been in a lawsuit for like forever. But I mean, who knows? I think when the court case is over, very good chance the price of XRP will pump like crazy. So yeah, I mean, I'm bullish on XRP. I think it definitely has huge potential. Greetings to you. I'm holding 8 million. Is that good? Yeah, 8 million. It's very good. If you're holding 8 million, you've made thousands on this pump, so that's good. Who don't need the money? What is happening? Where to buy? Huge pumps happening. You can buy on Binance, KuCoin, except I hear KuCoin is sold out, whatever that means. And you can buy on Bybit. I buy on Bybit. But yeah, Binance. Binance is a big one. CoinMarketCap placed LUNA Classic as 205. Thank God CoinGecko is more updated and placed LUNA Classic as 27. Yeah. CoinMarketCap's been ranking Terra Classic as number 205 in market cap, which is way off. The true rank is number 27. So I don't know why why CoinMarketCap is doing Terra Classic dirty and they keep ranking them super low. taking them off of trending when they should obviously be trending. So pretty weird. But CZ Binance and Binance also controls CoinMarketCap, so you know, you make your own conclusions. How should I sell it at 43 or wait? Will it further pump? If you need the money, it's a great time to take some profits. We've already gone up 5x, but personally, I'm just going to hold long term. And definitely a good chance it could keep pumping for another week or two leading up to the 1.2% burn. I bought at 4.5. I found this video too late. Well, hey, it might keep going up. Who knows? I bought in at 4.6 like a dummy. Well, yeah, usually not a good idea to buy at resistance. So, you know, buying during a pump is very risky. Now, if you are going to buy during a pump, you don't want to buy at resistance. You want to buy right after we've broken resistance. So like, let me give you an example. So like we're right under resistance, not a good time to buy. Now like, so like when we are down here under resistance, you don't want to buy there. When you see this candle break through and close above, then yeah, this is a good time to buy because that means you have a good chance of going up to the next level. So yeah, this was a decent time to buy even though it was during a huge pump, because a good chance you're going to keep going. So we're right under resistance. You don't want to buy here. If we break through this resistance, especially if a daily candle closes above this resistance, then that'd be a better time to buy because good chance the pump's going to continue. But even though we're getting rejected right now, we could still possibly break through this resistance within the next couple days. Sometimes it takes a few attempts to break through. You think, is this the top of the pump? I don't think it's the top of the pump. We have some temporary resistance, but I think it's more likely we'll keep pumping up until the 1.2% burn gets implemented. But this, of course, this could be the top of the pump. Nobody knows. Now it's the same all-time high as last time. Last all-time high was 45. Maybe we could do a 84. Yeah, so we're pretty much at the same level as the pump that happened right after the crash. I think that one it did a wick up to 55, but 45 is where the candle closed. So that's where the resistance is at. So yeah, we're pretty much coming up to the old high of that first dead cat bounce right after the crash. So that's why we have resistance here. So yeah, if we can break through this, then we could potentially pump all the way up to 1/10 of a cent. These guys are determined to burn the entire supply down to less than 10 billion. I think we might see $10 in a year or more. I mean, I think it's going to take at least a few years to get to $1, but hey, who knows? Maybe eventually we will get to $10 or $100 if they decide to change that burn target down to like in the millions. Then who knows? Hold $1 soon. $35. Yes, or even more. It's going to be insane. It's ranked in top 4 on KuCoin. Nice. This is the new Shiba. Yeah, pretty much is the new Shiba. I mean, it's like, Terra Classic's pretty beautiful because it's like, it's got the meme coin power of the low, super low price, this insane community, but unlike other meme coins, it actually has utility, has over 70 projects that on this blockchain. Now that we've re-enabled the staking, those over 70 projects can go back to work on this blockchain. So tons of utility. It's like an actual full functioning blockchain with utility and tons of projects. And we're gonna have massive burning. It's got the meme coin, huge community power. So it's pretty crazy. It's like the ultimate meme coin. But I mean, it's not even a meme coin. It's pretty sweet. It's like best of both worlds. Bought in at, okay, so this guy bought in at 6 zeros and an 8, so I am in good hands. Nice, man, nice. I also bought in at around that price, like the very bottom of the first crash, but after I made a 20x gain, I sold it because I was like, all right, 20x. Usually when you make a 20x gain in one day, it's a good idea to sell, but whew, the price just kept going up, which was pretty crazy. So I could have made a lot more money. So then, of course, I bought back in later. I made that mistake. I bought at resistance. It's insane. Me too. I want to hold for at least 1 to 2 years. Yeah, I'm going to hold for 3 years most likely. Will it eat 1 0? I don't think we might get up to, we might eat a 0 for like a split second, but definitely but there's going to be tons of selling pressure at that point. So no, I don't think we will. So when is the burn tax going to be implemented, and why don't we have a concrete date? So it's going to be either implemented September 13th or the 20th, depending on if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. If they cooperate, then it'll be the 13th. If they don't, it'll be the 20th. So we're going to find that out tomorrow. So subscribe if you want to see that video. I'll let you guys know tomorrow if it's going to be the 13th or the 20th. I should have bought more coins, but even if it goes to $10, I'll be more than happy. Yeah, man. I mean, at this point, everybody wishes they bought more. That's always how it goes when stuff pumps. Thanks, bro. What's resistance? We have resistance at 45. So that's pretty much where we're at now. We've got rejected by it. So we're still in an uptrend. We'll see if we take another try at breaking this resistance. I bought at 4 zeros and a 6. Very nice. That's a very good price. You are up huge. The whales are buying. They know this is going to recover. Yeah, man. So as soon as we found, as everyone realized the 1.2% burn was for sure getting implemented, yeah, we've seen people buying like crazy, and I'm sure there's lots of big whales buying like crazy because, I mean, it's a opportunity to make huge gains, as we're seeing when we're in a bear market and nothing is going up. So is Terra Luna sold out? Somebody said on KuCoin it's sold out, which is pretty weird. In a year we may see 100 again. Anything's possible. Who knows? You're correct thinking about CoinMarketCap and Binance. I think Binance did not show actual value of Luna Classic until their time come. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people theorizing that they're like trying to keep Terra Classic under the radar because Binance wants to accumulate a bunch for themselves. Who knows? I bought EPX when I was drunk and stupid. Will I ever get my money back? I don't know what EPX is. If we see $100 a share, I'll be one happy man. Yeah. This burn tax FOMO is genius, for real. Is burn started or not yet? Nope, it's not started till September 13th or the 20th, depending on if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How did you get your 3 zeros and a 6-9 target. That target is based purely on just the beauty of that number. My actual target was 45, but we've already reached that. So, you know, I think most likely, I mean, that's still my target for today. But, you know, tomorrow, if the volume stays at these insane levels of 2.8 billion, then maybe we can get up to like 50 or 60 by tomorrow, potentially. Terra LUNA will pull back soon based on the momentum, bro. Is ETH merge happening tomorrow or today? I'm not sure. They said the burn tax of 1.2% can be changed. They can set the tax higher in the code. Yeah, true. So the nice thing is they can actually, we can later increase this burn percent if we want. All we have to do is a parameter change. And, you know, say we want to increase it to 3%, do a parameter change, and then in 7 days, if it gets voted yes, then it's just automatically instantly changed to 3%. So that's pretty sweet. If Terra goes back to 100, I'll just be happy for the people who got crushed. Then I will retire and buy a Bugatti. Terra LUNA will go slightly down during these days. I bought over 10 million Luna Classic at 3 zeros and a 9. Somehow I've now only got 1.6 million, but I've taken profits in a safe, boring way. Nice. That's good. Shiba Inu coin, $1? I don't know. Maybe one day. How many billions was Shiba at its peak? Like market cap? I think it was like 30 billion or something. I can't remember. 10% burn. Yeah, imagine if they change it to a 10% burn. That'd be crazy. My target was 4.5 today too. Nice. Good thinking. Yeah, pretty sweet. So far these levels have been, I mean, these resistance haven't given us much, but like we've just been smashing through them pretty fast. This pump is just going straight up, looking pretty parabolic, which means at some point we'll probably see a big dump. Who knows when that'll be? Probably right before the 1.2% burn gets implemented, or right before a 1/10 of a cent. But yeah, my last couple of videos I said next price target 45, and we came right up to that perfectly. I don't know if you can see this wick on the screen, but perfectly meets it. If we zoom in, we perfectly got up to 45. Now we're getting rejected at that resistance, so might just be a small rejection, and good chance we could take another attempt at it and maybe break through. We'll see. Hello from Seattle. It's 1:44 a.m. Nice, Seattle. Yep, I'm in Arizona. It's also 1:45 in the morning. So yeah, I'm getting pretty tired. I feel like a grand in Luna Classic will be 15K in 6 months. Hey, definitely possible. I have 25 million. If it goes 1 cent, how much is going my amount? So if you have 25 million and it goes to 1 cent, then you have $250,000, I believe. That's pretty nice. Excuse me. When does burn tax start? It's either going to be September 13th or September 20th. Depends if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. So we'll find that out tomorrow. So I'll make a video and let you guys know. So subscribe if you want to see that. Hello from Uganda. Target is 10 cents. Uganda, nice. What's it like in Uganda? Never been there. 6:45 p.m. here in Australia. Ooh, nice. It's only evening in Australia. Houston, 3:45 a.m. Nice. I used to live in Houston last year, actually. Just moved. But I like Houston. I really enjoyed living there. Pretty sweet. I'm in Seattle too, bro. Let's get rich together. Bentley Brothers. Watching you from India, bro. Woo, India. Nice. Hello from Slovakia. Lunchtime here. Slovakia. Dang, we got people from all over the place. Where else? Where else are y'all from? Can I hold until burn 25 million? Not sure what you mean. Let's go, man. 10:45 in Switzerland. How many different countries do we have in this chat? Holy. Which states have you been in? So I've traveled to quite a few states, but I grew up in Wisconsin, lived for a little bit in California. I've lived in Texas and currently living in Arizona. 10:47 in Netherlands. Is it possible to hit $1? Yeah, probably will take a few years at least, though. Will you tell us when burn tax is implemented? I noticed you haven't mentioned this yet. Yes, I'll definitely let you know when the burn tax is implemented. I usually mention it in every video at some point, but it's not going to be implemented. I mean, I've actually mentioned it a lot in this live stream, but if you've just came into the stream, the burn tax is going to be implemented either September 13th or the 20th, depending if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. So we'll actually find that out most likely tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know tomorrow. All right, chat's going crazy. Let's see. Watching from Nigeria, 9:47 a.m. here. Jamaica, Europe, keep buying. Europe, keep buying. So when USA wakes up, we buy even more. True, man. True. Keep the price high so USA will go crazy when they wake up. Excuse me. Nearly lunchtime here in Gibraltar. Nice. Watching from Dubai, looking for the next leg up. Nice. Dubai. Hello from Mexico, Philippines, 4:47 p.m. here. 3:45 p.m. Thailand. Nice. I'd love to go to Thailand. 9:45 UK, Netherlands, Malaysia, 4:48 p.m. Ontario, Canada, 4:50 a.m. Woo! You're up early. Crypto's connecting the world. I live in Mesa, Arizona at the moment. Moved from Cali. Haha, nice. Mesa, Arizona. So we live fairly close together. $5K on Shiba Inu coin at 4001. How are you, bro? I'm from Taiwan. Taiwan, nice. I'm doing good. How are you? How many years for $1? I would say at least a few years. At least a few years. I don't think if I became a millionaire, don't think I would buy luxury cars. I'd probably just an R32 GTR and I'd be happy. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to have luxury cars, but I think the best thing about having a lot of money is just the freedom it gives you. You believe Terra LUNA Classic go 1 cent end of month? I think 1 cent's very unlikely this month. I'd say best case scenario, 1/10 of a cent this month. How many years for $1? At least a few years. Was your life like Eric Foreman in that 70s show? Nope. 11:48 a.m. in Uganda. If it reaches $1, there will be many more millionaires made. Yes, we're all going to be rich. And when everyone is rich, nobody will be. Thanks, sorry, just my British dry humor. GTR, my dream car. Greetings from Hungary. Nice. Hi from India. What's the most you've made from one trade? Probably like around 10K or so. Hello from Nigeria. California 1:50 a.m. Just got back from Alaska. Woo! Nice. What was that like? Greetings from Angola. 1 cent will be hit before end of year. Angola, nice. Greetings from Botswana. Oh, Botswana. Man, we got do we have every country in the world in here? Oh. Anybody from Swahili? What's Botswana like? Never been there. You want to go to Thailand? Just sell some Luna next month and book a private jet. For real. Gibraltar. Try saying Gibraltar again. You should know, bro. Oh, it's pronounced Gibraltar. Looks like it should be Gibraltar. What you think? Terra LUNA Classic continued to go up side September. I think it'll go up until the 1.2% burn gets implemented. Sold my Terra LUNA when it went low. Did you advise me to buy back and keep? I mean, I was saying to buy the whole time. It was down at 3 zeros and a 1 for like 2 months. I think the most I made was 95K USD, then boom, dropped last November, lost it all. Dang. 95K, that's pretty good. Gibraltar, part of the UK. Come around, we'll show you Botswana. That'd be sweet. That would be sweet. I'll have to go visit Botswana. Sri Lanka. Hey, hello from Reunion Island. I work in production there in Alaska, but I'm on vacation going back in January. Ooh, I don't know if you want to go back to Alaska in January. Sounds kind of cold. Maybe wait for summer. Greetings, I bring tidings from Uranus. Nice. We have someone from Uranus. Hi from UK. Do we hold on to Luna Classic? Well, if you really need the money, it's a good time to take some profits. But personally, I'm just going to hold it long term for like 3 years. See what happens. Sir, how to find best validator for staking Luna Classic? And we have someone from India. So you want to go for someone with 0% commission. So if you want to get all the details on staking, how to find the best validator, then check out my staking video from a few weeks ago. But basically the best one I found for the best rewards is Orion Money, in my opinion. 0 commission, and yeah, they have 0 commission, and pretty much everything looks good on them. So most people are actually staking with them because they're one of the best. So that's what I would recommend, is Orion Money. But if you want more details, just watch my staking video from like a week or 2 ago. Do you think Terra Luna delete 2.0 this month? No, I doubt it. I think best case scenario, 1/10 of a cent. I have 4x now. I have 5 million Luna Classic. How many should I sell? Any advice, bro? I mean, it's up to you. If you need the money, then take profits, maybe sell half or something. But if you don't need the money, you can just keep holding. Like, I don't need the money I put in Terra Classic, so I'm just going to hold for 3 years. I won't stake. I've got my quivering finger on the trigger 24/7. Yeah, staking is only good if you're a long-term holder because if you want to sell your tokens, you have to wait 21 days to unstake and then sell them. Say something about support levels. It will come back to 2.4. Bought a bag just now. So, yeah, I mean, we're going pretty much straight up, not making a lot of support, but we consolidate a little here, which should provide a little support around 25 or so. And then we have support at like 20, but yeah, good chance if we came down, we would have some support at around 25. So yeah, that's a possible support level, but also we could just consolidate up here. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think it's more likely we'll keep pumping up until right before the 1.2% burn gets implemented. And then it's most likely going to be a blow off top, and then we'll see a big correction. So 45 could turn into a support if we get above it. But I mean, if this was the top, then yeah, we'd have some support at like 25, maybe some at 20, and yeah, all these levels, 15, 11. So we'll see. I don't need the money, so I will hold for 3 years, like you. Have 114 million of Luna Classic. Hold. Very nice. So I'm going to hold at least 2 years. Nice. Keep hodling, guys. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm just gonna most likely hold for like 3 years. Let's see what the volume is. It's still gone up even more. 2.8 billion in volume. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Crazy stuff. Any other cryptos you have? Yeah, I have quite a lot of different cryptos. I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Terra Classic, of course. I have a lot of Solana, a lot of Tron, Cartesi, Polygon, Crypto.com coin, and I have a lot of other ones too. Not going to go through all of them. There's a lot. But yeah. It's time to go to work. Hopefully I can stay in bed after this hits at $1. Yeah. That's the goal, right? Make enough money to buy yourself some freedom, basically, and be able to dictate what you spend your time doing. Like, personally, I'm not that materialistic. I don't need like fancy cars, but the best part about money, in my opinion, is just the freedom it gives you. Okay, chat's starting to go crazy. Let's see. When's 1.2% burn tax going to be implemented? Most asked question. So it's either September 13th or the 20th, depending on if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. So most likely we'll find that out tomorrow. So I'll make a video letting you guys know tomorrow. So subscribe if you want to see that. Does higher volume mean higher price? Not necessarily, because volume includes both buying and selling. So you can have high volume and the price be going down like crazy because it could all be selling. If the volume is just a bunch of people selling, it could be super high volume, but it's all selling, so the price is going down. Like when you see huge dumps in price of cryptos, usually there's high volume too. Like during the Terra Luna crash in May, there was super high volume, but it was all selling. Well, most of it was selling. Some people were buying. I think it won't come under 3 zeros and a 3. People are buying more because Binance update is on the way. Maybe. Bought at 3 zeros 44, currently hoping. Yep, hopefully it keeps going up. HODL. How much do I need to buy 1 million Luna Classic? So 1 million Luna Classic right now costs like $400. So it's gone up quite a bit. Quite a bit. Is 1 million tokens enough to be a thousandaire or millionaire? Thousandaire short term. But to be a millionaire, it's going to have to get to $1 if you're holding 1 million tokens. And that will most likely take at least a few years. Price prediction when 1.2% burning starts. Probably a temporary dump right before it gets implemented. But then if we are seeing hundreds of billions being burned, then maybe best case scenario, we get to like a cent within a few months. Best case scenario. Right time to buy the dip. Buy up. Thanks, Clay. That is amazing. Was following you from day one. Thanks for keeping us still here. Thanks, man. I remember you, Mohammed Haj. Yep, I remember. I believe you were in the first live stream I did. So, thanks for sticking around through even the flat, boring times. So 1.2% tax will be implemented on both seller and buyer, right? Yep, correct. This is great happening during crypto winter. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Really eases the depression of all your other cryptos going down when we have Terra Classic pumping like crazy 400%. So pretty crazy. So, I mean, super bullish that it's pumping during a bear market. Once crypto goes into a bull market, could get pretty crazy. Do you think it will reach $1? I think it will take at least a few years to get to $1. What entry point did you get in on? Well, I bought at quite a few different points, but I think my average cost is around these levels at about 4 zeros and a 9, or maybe 3 zeros and a 1. Pretty much my average cost is down here because, yeah, this is when I was accumulating more. So I'm up like 5x on mine right now. For me, 3 zeros and a 1.8. Not bad, no. OMG, it's going down now. Yeah, so like I said, my price target was 45. I said we had resistance at 45, and we perfectly went up to 45, touched it, and got rejected. So now we're seeing a bit of a correction. So, yeah, we'll probably most likely consolidate around here for a bit. And then if the volume stays high like it is, it's at 2.8 billion in volume, good chance we could come up, try at this resistance again, and then maybe break through. But right now it looks like we are having a short-term correction here. Of course, it's always possible this was the top of the pump. The top of the pump could come at any moment. Nobody knows exactly how high it's going to pump. So, but yeah, we do have resistance at 45. So we'll see. But I think good chance the price could keep pumping up until the 1.2% burn gets implemented. So we still have another week or two of this anticipation of the event. So that's pretty bullish. Just subscribed. Thank you, Hasman. It will go up much higher in my eyes, especially if Binance picks up the burn. Yeah, so if the burn is actually burning hundreds of billions of tokens, then we could potentially see the price really pump. Luna Classic is parabolic. Yep, it's definitely looking parabolic here. So pretty crazy. Volume 2.8 billion. That's ridiculous. Imagine if the burn was implemented right now. We'd be burning an insane amount. An insane amount. Alright, but yeah, so the burn will be implemented either September 13th or the 20th, depending on if Terraform Labs cooperates or not. So we should find out what the date's going to be tomorrow, most likely. So I'll make a video tomorrow and let you guys know. But otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap up this live stream. It's past 2 a.m. here, so getting pretty tired. But thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. It's always fun chatting with you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. We'll see if this pump continues over the next few days. So see you guys later.